one and all, March is officially in full swing. Time change has occurred. I've seen the sun at least twice, even though you would never be able to tell. And all around, I just find this to be a prime time to do some spring cleaning. I think actually this is the official time. By today, we're gonna be cleaning out my closet. The first step is you're going to put on a TV show, some music, a podcast, something to entertain you because you're gonna be here for a minute. Then to actually get down to business, go around your house and collect all of your clothes that may be hiding under a couch, left in your bathroom, your car. Pull everything together and then also get any laundry done that you need. Because who just has their laundry done? In an ideal world, or if you're just preparing for this, obviously having all of your clothes already clean would be better. Really, this whole process is gonna take you longer than doing 2 loads of laundry would, and if these are clothes that are dirty, you've probably worn them recently, so it's fine, it's okay, you'll be fine. Now once everything is collected, you are going to remove all of that and give your closet a nice deep clean. Get the ceilings, the wall fixtures, the lights, whatever you got going on in there, just working your way from the top to the bottom. Now for the actual organizing, I like to start with all of my accessories. So this can be hats, gloves, scarves, shoes, bags, jewelry, belts, whatever. You don't have to start with this, but I like to because this is usually what's getting the most reorganized. I don't have a giant closet. If you do, oh my god, congrats, can I come over? But especially if you have a smaller space to work with, the accessories is usually where you have to get a little bit more crafty. So I just like to start here because then usually when you move forward, you can kind of start working out where you're gonna be putting things. So go through everything and decide what you actually use, what you don't use, what you have unnecessary doubles of, and then start putting things into a pile to sell, to give away, and to keep. Then next, you're going to make a 4th pile out of your keep pile. And this is for seasonal items. And things like really thick beanies and hats and scarves, I'm just not gonna use for the next couple months. So making a 4th pile with this is just things to store or put under your bed. For a long time, I've never swapped out my seasonal things because my closet to clothes ratio has been reasonable that I'm like, I can just leave everything out and then I have access to everything. I just liked the idea of being able to see all of my options and why would you go through all the work. But in recent years, I have started swapping out all of my seasonal things, and I know that it is more work, but it's really not that much more work, and it is so much nicer. Like when you're actually looking at your closet, it just narrows everything down, so I feel like you don't have to go through as much stuff. And if you don't have that many clothes, having everything in front of you can be kind of overwhelming. And then also when you do take your clothes back out for winter, it's kind of like you went shopping, and it's pretty satisfying because you didn't have to spend any money, but you're like, oh, I forgot I had this is cute. So when it comes to organizing your accessories, obviously this can be done in like a million different ways and kind of depends on your space. But regardless of anything, I like to always follow a like things go together rule. In my current closet right now, I don't really have any space for accessories. So we have this extra bookshelf that is kind of just in our bedroom right now because there's not really a space for it in the rest of the place, which I have sort of turned into my accessory shelf. So I use a lot of baskets and trays to keep all of my like things together, but still have them displayed nicely. But if you have a little bit more space or want to do kind of a vanity or hang things on the wall, obviously that's an option too. I love a good scarf or belt hanger if you have a lot of those. And also just keep in mind that those hanging shoe racks can be used for a lot more than just shoes, but t-shirts, pants, workout stuff in there, and they're very affordable. Just make sure everything has a place and you can actually see everything and have easy access. But don't feel like you need to find a permanent home for everything just yet because we have not moved on to the rest of your clothes. But like I said, it's kind of nice to get this in your head so that while you move forward, you are able to just find efficiency, people. This is what I'm getting at. Now for your actual closet, you are again going to go through and pull out anything that doesn't fit, anything that you don't wear anymore, anything that's a little worn, just anything, just do it. And this is a time where it is important to be realistic. If you do have a difficult time giving things away, if you do this every couple of weeks, what happens is the first time that you go through things, you're like, okay, these are things that I probably could give away, but I'm kind of emotionally attached to, or I might use or whatever. Keep those that time, that's fine. But the second time that you go through it a couple weeks later, if you're like, yeah, I still have not once reached for this, or yeah, it still doesn't look good, or whatever it is, then that might be a sign that you need to do it. Just that you have to be conscious of doing it. So that's my tip. There's also the old trick I'm sure plenty of you have heard where if you keep all of your hangers turned one way, then every time you use something and you put it back on, you turn the hanger the other way so that you can see what you actually have and have not used. Thank you, Stacy from but not to wear. Now that you only have items you're going to keep, you are again going to go through and pull out anything that is seasonal that you won't be wearing for a while. And then once you're done with that, you're going to move onto your dresser and do the exact same thing. On Amazon, you can get a lot of really cheap organizational dresser compartments. I like these a lot for socks or for workout shorts or just like smaller things that tend to just get shoved to the back. But also a free way to kind of do the same thing is to fold your clothes so that they are all facing up. I know this has gotten really popular from Marie Kondo. I am all for it. I've never really looked into her stuff, so I don't know the proper way of doing it, but it's available on the internet if you like. But by this point, all of your laundry should be done and you should have everything in piles so you can hang everything back up, figure out where you're going to organize all of your accessories. Personally, I have always found color coding my closet is the best way for me to find things. I also like to separate out all of my hoodies and sweatshirts and kind of lazy clothes so that I am less apt to reaching for them, because otherwise I will live in tights. And you are finally close to being done. So now you just need to finish up by getting rid of all the random crap that you have probably found in your drawers. Put the donation piles either in your car or near the front of your door so that you remember to get rid of them. And for the clothes that you want to sell, there's obviously, again, a lot of ways to do this. What I like to do is have one of my friends come over. She can have first dibs to look through everything that I'm trying to get rid of, and then just make her take pictures of everything on your phone. I find this easiest because it gets somebody over to hold you accountable to actually just get everything done, and it's a lot easier to just stand there and have somebody else take pictures of you, especially when it's on your phone, because you can directly upload them to an app. I use Poshmark, but again, I recommend being very realistic with stuff. Like if there's pilling on things, people probably are not gonna wanna buy that. If it's super dated or out of style. What I'm getting at here is don't be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna sell that one of these days, and then let it sit in your closet for the next 6 months, because then you are not moving forward at all. Obviously, if you just have space on space on space, I do not care what you do with your life. But what I like to do is set myself a date that if things don't sell by this time, I'm just gonna pull everything down and then take everything into a consignment store. Most of the time, you are definitely gonna make more money selling things directly on an app versus going to a consignment store. So I like to look at this as sort of my last ditch effort. So anything at the end of my time period that didn't sell, I then take in there, try and go through them, and then anything that is left over past that, you just give to Goodwill and you cut your losses, people. So the very last step in all of this is obviously very optional. You do not have to do this. I like to use this app called Stylebook. I am in no way sponsored, although hello, I am here. It is a couple dollars, and again, it's an extra thing. So before you buy it, I would genuinely ask yourself, am I going to go through the work? Because it is kind of a pain putting your initial closet up. And Stylebook is basically a virtual closet. So you go through and you take pictures of all of your clothes, you put them on the app, and then it lets you pre-plan or figure out outfits. But it's nice because then if you're out shopping and you're holding an item because it's on sale and you really like it, but then you look through your little app and you're like, oh yeah, I already own this. It's kind of nice to just like defer you from that. And now your closet is not only cleaned and refreshed and done with all of its crap, but you have it on your phone and you're ready to go. So that is everything for my closet cleaning. I hope that you guys enjoyed, at least wasted 10 minutes of your life in a positive way. Go clean your closets, buy new plants, and have a nice day. Bye, thank you for watching.
Consider this an invitation to my gangster